Yo, what's up, guys? Kent Clothier with my co-host, Los Silva. Welcome to Freedom Strategies. It's going to be a fun topic here because we're going to talk about the daily routine, and we're going to talk about it. What is your daily routine today, Los, being that you are hungover and can hardly function?
Well, that doesn't count because that's not part of my daily routine. For all of you viewing and listening, if you're listening, you can't see this, but if you are on YouTube, we are sitting in a couch. I for sure slept in this couch yesterday, and it wasn't by accident. It was certainly on purpose because I drank too much, which is not part of my daily routine. My daily routine, I go home and... because it starts, listen, you son of a biscuit. It starts the day before.
Okay.
How about
so
that?
first off,
How about that?
You go home.
I go home.
Okay.
I normally cook with Laura, my wife, and friend, and we will eat. Then I'll watch TV with my daughter Sienna. We'll brush our teeth. We'll do the whole thing. I'll watch TV with one of my daughters while Laura puts the other one to bed. And then I'll put her to bed, and then I go out and watch TV, go to sleep around 9:30 because I'm very anal and I wear this ring, which has only made me more anal and crazy about my sleep. And
yeah, I wear the whoop, so I get it.
It's really ruined my life more than anything. It's just made me so crazy about life that
now you get to monitor every.
My wife is legit uncomfortable about it, and honestly, it's done nothing but create stressful situations about sleep. But I now go to sleep at 9:30. I wake up at about 5:55 specifically is when my alarm goes off because I don't have to take anyone to school because my girls are doing online. I'll go to the gym. I will come back. I'll take a shower.
So you go to the gym every day or every weekday?
I go to the gym 5 to 6 times a week.
Got it.
So I won't go to the gym on Saturdays. I do a kettlebell workout on Saturdays in my house. And I will go to the gym on Sunday, and I'll probably, like today, if you're watching this, it doesn't matter, but it's a Thursday here because Wednesday I essentially drank way more than I should have.
So the Wednesday and Thursday kind of blended together.
Wednesday or Thursday I'll skip, and that's kind of like my only day to skip because I do work out on Saturday, but I just work out at home. I'll go out, I'll get donuts and stuff like that, which is not my morning routine. Again, back to the morning routine. I'll work out, take a shower, and then I'll come to work. I'm here by like 8:20 with traffic. I'll get a coffee and get things moving. I'm probably like 20-25 minutes away from the office. I like it because it gets me some time to like be alone, reset.
So in the car, what do you do? You listen to podcasts? You listen to books? What do you do?
I listen to podcasts until I hit a certain area here near our office, and then I put music on. And I jam to that very loudly to get me pumped up. And then I come in and I usually kick the door and I do loud stuff and I do high kicks and it feels like I'm just jacked up on life.
Now, what about, talk to everybody about checking emails, checking text, checking Slack. How does that ever get turned off?
I don't do email and I don't do Slack until I get here. I used to do Instagram the second I woke up. Now I don't do the phone unless it's a podcast or Spotify at the gym or someone here is texting me. I'll reply to that. And then when I get here, I do my thing.
Got it.
Because I used to, and it screws up your mental state. For me, it screws up your mental state of like, all right, I got to reply, I got to be here. Now you're not like thinking about what you need to do. You're just like reacting to things.
Yeah, I actually think that's really important because probably when I get asked the question about my daily routine, it's probably one of the most important things that I changed a while ago, a couple of years ago, is that I refuse to check emails until I actually get in the office. And I do not, it's a little different now, but you know what, let me back up. I'll tell you exactly what I do. So basically my day starts usually between 4:30 and 5:30. I get up and I read. And sometimes it's the news. A lot of times it's a book. I just do something where it's kind of like for me, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then typically I will try to get to the office gym because I have a gym in my office. I try to get to the office between 7:30, usually working out either 7:30 or 8:30. Always work out with a trainer, Ashley, who you've met. we'll work out for an hour or so. And then depending on how my day is lined up, sometimes I have a meeting that starts 9 or 9:15, so I'll just hang out and go ahead and handle that meeting. A lot of times I don't, and I will just go back to the house, shower, do all that kind of good stuff. In the mornings before I even go to the gym, a lot of times if the kids are up, I'm hanging out with them, doing that. When they were in school, I was the guy. Like, it was important to me to walk my little girl to school.
I always took Sienna to school.
Yeah, and it was important to me to drive my other one to school. That was kind of part of what.
100%.
Now it's obviously
now
different.
I can wake up a little later because it's not the thing and stuff like that. Yeah.
And they do too.
Yeah.
All right. So it's like that's kind of screwed it up, but that's okay. And everybody's adapting. And so get back, shower, then eat. So I'm usually not even eating before. A lot of times, 10:30 or 11 o'clock is the first time I'm taking food in.
I don't eat until about noon or 1.
Yeah, and so then, because you just called me a pussy on my internet fasting, and
well, for starters, you called it intermittent
fasting,
so that's
fasting.
probably why I called you a pussy. It's intermittent fasting.
I misspoke, you jackass. All right, it happens.
Certainly, you're not seasoned in this venture,
okay,
which I am.
Okay, so then get into the day, but where I was going with it is I will not check email, will not check Slack, will not do any of that before I'm actually in the office working. Like my peeps know that they need to get a hold of me, it's a text, and then I know it's important. If they don't, if it's just routinely, not the nonsense, but the day-to-day stuff, there's no way I'm checking that stuff.
I almost don't even reply to emails anymore.
I'm the same way. And the reason is simply for the same thing. I don't want to be.
I've unsubscribed from everything.
I don't want that to dictate my day. Right. The moment I do that, it sends me. All of a sudden, I'm putting on my fireman hat, and the day's running me instead of me running the day.
I think you can. It's your choice. Like I used to be like, oh, emails and stuff like that. Now, like I'm like, oh, you can't email me. You can't send me a voicemail. You can't do all these things. Like, well, how do I get in touch with you? Slack me if we're working. Text me if we're friends or it's important.
Yeah.
That's it. That's how you
get
in touch with me.
I'm actually pretty much on the same page there. The people that need to know how to get a hold of me,
they know.
They know. And
Other than that,
and if you don't need to know, then you don't.
You can wait 10 days. Yeah. I don't care.
Yeah. But I think it's important, especially as entrepreneurs, because we get conned into believing that the business is so dependent. I got to be responsive to everything, and you're setting yourself up for a trap. Like you will 100% get sucked down the rabbit hole.
If you think that your business depends on you, you have a shitty business.
You don't have a business.
Right.
Your ass owns a job. Right. If the business cannot function hours without you and continue to make you're real simple.
And I would say that I think that you suck as a leader.
Yeah. Well, that's the point of having teams. That's the point of having leverage. Right. I mean, without those things, again, your ass owns a really expensive job. It doesn't own a business.
Roddy, who is our producer and videographer / Instagram helper and agency owner. Could you do me a favor? Can you get me a little bit of Monster and a shot? So before you all start judging me, so before you all start judging me, whoa, that's crazy. I've realized in my life.
God, you really are hungover. Jesus.
So I've realized in my life that the best way to get rid of a hangover is to drink. Now, most of you probably have gone through this, so you're kind of like, oh, I'm hungover, I don't feel well, I'm not that hungry, I don't know what to do. I don't want to drink, that's crazy, that's gross. Totally. But then when you drink 1 or 2 drinks and you're like, whoa, what happened? Like it all went away. Now I'm kind of hungry, like I'm back to life a little bit. I never believed it until recently. And I do it when I do get hungover. I'm like, I'm just gonna get a drink. It sounds weird. It seems like terrible behavior. But
it doesn't seem like it. It is.
Don't you sons of biscuits ever pretend that you don't get drunk, and then regret it, and then suffer through that day when you should. And I'm not a doctor, but you should get another drink. That's what you should.
Well, I can pretty much guarantee there's not a doctor on the planet that's going to be the recommendation.
I would agree. I would agree with that. That's fair.
I'm not a doctor. I don't think anybody
also,
is
again,
confusing you.
This isn't part of my morning routine. That's a thick one, bro. All right, let's do it.
Wow.
Winners win. Magic Johnson said that to me. That is not a joke. I have a picture. We can probably put the picture of me hanging out with Magic. We all hung out with Magic together.
Right after he told you winners win and they keep drinking.
Well, he didn't say that. He did tell me a story, funny story. Um, I asked Magic Johnson and Cody Sperber. It's funny, it's like those random two people I asked. We were all talking about people that at your office and energy and culture and stuff like that. I was like, hey, we've got some people that I've been thinking about, like I feel like they're not adding a lot of value, blah, blah. Magic just said, brother, winners win. So your decision is like, do you want to be a winner or do you want to keep the other people? He didn't say losers. He was like, keep the other people on your team. I came back. I told Kent, I was like, dude, I think I'm going to come back and fire half the office. And I did that. And might I say, best decision of my life. We have done nothing but grow since then, which I know we're talking about morning routines, business and stuff. It really shows like you have to keep your culture clean, because if you start adding just for the sake of adding, it really becomes a cancer to your culture. And I think that that is something that people that are growing organizations most of the time want bodies instead of really the right fit. Now it takes, we get 400 applications for people that want to come work with us. They have to go through 4 different interviews. I don't hire anyone anymore. Our girl, Amber, does. And she makes them jump through hoops and lets them know what this is, what the organization is, what the goals are, what everything is. And then if you're down, you can come on in. So
tying it back to the fucking topic, considering you just hijacked it all here.
I feel like I'm adding serious value.
You added a ton of value. I'm not going to deny that.
Killed it.
But I think where it comes back is that your routine you are, as the leader of a company, if you want to create calm and the culture and what you want, you got to be right first. And the only way you can be right is if you're surrounded with people and in your organization and the culture.
Don't sleep in your office couch.
That supports you being able to do whatever the hell you want to do.
Or if you do have people that love you for it.
Dude, what a shit show.
Well, listen, I feel like I'm doing a great job considering.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, have a morning routine. Brush your teeth at night.
Discipline.
Have a nighttime routine. How about that? How about them apples? Have a nighttime routine. And then
what do you think about Ed
routine?
Milet's routine of carving up 24-hour days into 8-hour days? 8, you know what I'm talking about, where he talks about that he gets 3 days out of 1.
I think it's bullshit. I think it's not true. Like, also, I think
it's true to an extent.
To an extent, but I will say, like, for me, more and more and more now, you're my best friend. You can't call me past certain times, and I won't answer your call.
Right.
I am anal about being with my family for very specific times. We have clients, and I say it, like, for anything we do, I'm like, hey, here for you, all this. Can't call me Saturday, can't call me Sunday. Past 4 o'clock, I will not answer your messages anymore because I go home.
Well, the benefit of that is it forces people back into handling
You're
shit.
handling it, and it also you're now handling your shit better because
you're more efficient.
A lot of things that. Oh, here's the thing.
So if you want to go out, at 8 o'clock at night and start drinking until 3 in the morning, you can totally do
127. Like around 127 is when
127.
I didn't measure it.
11:30. It sounds like you measured it precisely.
Sounds like you gave up.
100%. I gave up. Of the two of us, I gave up, which is normally not the case. Let's be clear.
No,
I'm the one guy.
So we are clear. I have never Kent is 10 or so plus years older than me. I have never in my life, ever, and I have tried. I've gone with the attempt to beat him at drinking. And it's not only never happened, I go to sleep, and this guy's just like living his best life. It's crazy.
Hey,
I don't know
there's
how he
always
does
exceptions to the rule. Last night was one of them.
Yeah. Well, I hope tonight is different because I think I'm going to have to drink most of the day.
Oh, I'm going to tell you, tonight's going to be very different for you. It'll be exactly the same for me. I will be in bed by 8. I'm
8
exhausted.
o'clock?
I'm exhausted.
You have more time in the day. You're in Eastern now.
Yeah, but I clearly left here working, at 11:30.
Oh, you know what's crazy? I wake up at 2 in the morning to be in San Diego by 7 or 8. Then I do full days. Then we hang out. And I go to sleep at 8. Those are 24-hour full days.
Yeah, tough. You're 10 years younger than me, as you actually pointed out.
Well,
all right, let's hope this has been beneficial.
At some point, I feel like you
there might have been
value.
a golden nugget in here, maybe. We're not sure.
Nonetheless, we are still blessed to be good looking and successful, and we hope that that you can see that and try to emulate. God bless. Good evening.
Peace.
That was great.
I would do an alternative ending for YouTube real quick.
What's the alternate?
Hey guys, if you like this or if you didn't, we're going to do a better job. Subscribe, join the notification squad, and we will see you later.
Peace.